I have to say, boys, like I was worried driving up the laneway to this location. I kind of thought we were going to get hogtied.
Yeah. Or
We need extra rope for you.
Yeah. I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed. I haven't put an apple in my mouth. I just sent a message to my fiance being like, babe, it's been a blast. See ya.
You still have like an hour left so we can...
Have we started?
Is this good? Is it good to go? Right.
We're good to go.
Did that get in it? He's weighing gold.
Come on! I've started off strong. Graham, bring something to the table.
I'll kind of peak around 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be right there with you.
Guys,
Whopper.
thank you so much for asking.
No, lads, no bother.
I have to say, this has been in the works for quite some time.
Yeah. And here we are.
So who has been DMing me on Instagram? Has it been you,
Sorry,
Connor?
yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the
Apologies as
DMer.
well for not replying back on my DM.
No, it's okay.
Big apology.
That's
But
all right.
Nathan's always the one that kind of does things. So
Nice, like
we'll
nicer,
make
that was
dog,
it.
look after it. So
have to
it's
say,
okay.
Class.
Connor, you're a warm messenger.
Am I?
You send a lot of emojis. I'm a big fan of that.
Do you know?
He uses the yellow ones as well.
Yeah.
You know, like
yellow
he doesn't
ones?
like change them. You just use the standard bog tone emojis and he doesn't change them.
Yeah, he's old-fashioned.
Yeah.
See what was
You know
the
what I mean?
first message from me that I didn't reply to? Only
literally-
because Nathan replied first.
in
all right?
fairness,
There's
'cause-
no point the two of us messaging.
Exactly. So I did text Bowie just in case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same time, just change the name.
I feel like that makes sense though, because it wouldn't have made sense.
Did
for
you
both
copy
of
and
them to text
paste?
back.
Well, obviously I changed the name then, but yeah. yeah, copied and paste,
I don't
yeah.
know if I
You
like
called me Justine Stafford. Which I found a little bit odd.
Oh, no. Copy and paste every single message. No, just your two.
Big pressure on the original message. How's it going, Graham? Would love to have you and Nathan on the podcast if you guys up for it. We think we'd have a great laugh together.
Let's have a great laugh.
Oh, if you're up
Let's
for it, let
laugh.
us know and we'll work out a date. And I just let Nathan do all the replying there.
Yes.
And I
You never
actually...
even let us know how you were doing.
Oh my God, yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. I had to pull into Nutgrove to go for a shit before I got here.
But at least you did it before you came.
Yeah. Nathan, of course, waited
Apologies,
till he got
guys.
here to go to the toilet.
I ate a bad Chinese last night watching the United game. I'm just going to put it out there. I get the impression both of you are United fans.
Oh, he
Would
used
I
to
be
be.
right?
No, it
He used to be.
No, I'm a Liverpool fan. No, lads,
We'll add a picture in.
Let me explain. My dad put United jersey on me when I was like 2.
Right.
But then, like, since I'm 4,
He didn't
I
take it
followed
off till he was
Liverpool.
4.
And then when I had my own brain at like 4, 5, I followed Liverpool.
Okay.
So what year would you been 4 or 5?
I was born in 98, so my first Liverpool jersey was probably like 2004. give or
Okay,
take.
2004. Okay, so Champions League win, 2005.
just before
Okay,
that, yeah.
United were still pretty good then.
Yeah,
so
they-
fair play for coming over to Liverpool, because I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, are you a Liverpool fan?
Yeah,
I know
you're
United.
United.
I'm a United fan.
Lads, this is good.
Go on, Jeff.
Jeez, that
wait,
was...
The chemistry.
There's no
is
sync
chemistry.
there at all.
We're like York and Cole.
It's the
absolutely hate each other.
it's the height.
We're like Dong Fang Shuao and Igalo. There we go.
I don't know who that is.
Jeffo, come on!
Don Frank Shell.
Dong Fang Shuao. He played for United for a season.
I
Do you
actually
remember?
don't even remember.
Boys, come on!
Dong Fang
Do you want this podcast to be number one? Know these little facts.
Was he with the Gallo?
No.
Okay, that's what I was
That's
thinking.
how long ago was this?
A good few years
So I
ago.
don't have knowledge beyond my years.
Yeah, what age are you boys?
26.
Okay,
26.
26.
Yeah,
Good
so
age,
anything
26.
before that, no bueno.
Yeah, and tell me about yourself. Are you dating? Yeah,
How'd you know about that?
I saw the video.
No, we're just best friends for
Okay.
years and years and years.
No, but are you
How has Nathan
dating?
switched this that he's interviewing you two?
Boys.
I used to date.
Nathan can't handle being interviewed.
Yeah, I don't
so
like
he's
I don't
going to
like
switch
it.
it
I
up and
like
he's going to
it.
interview the two of you.
Why don't we
Right.
interview the two of you? How many
Okay.
episodes has there been on this podcast?
This, I think, is 32.
32, and then we've done 12 Carpal podcast episodes as well.
Who's been your favourite guest?
Come on, let's be honest.
There's probably a different categories, like favourite conversation.
Get off the fence, Jeffo.
I loved Al Forden's conversation. I thought
Yeah.
that was class.
All right.
Yeah, that was
I like that.
Okay.
Did you hear that, Al?
Who's been the worst?
Oh no!
Come on, boys. We're either having the crack or not.
These are professionals, aren't they? Holy shit. We'll be saying.
So definitely someone.
Oh, well, of course, like, we've had, like, say, 20 guests. More than that, probably the carpool. So you definitely have your favourites and your least
I'm trying to
favourites.
think who was the worst. Have you got some?
We genuinely have known that we said that was shit. Like, do you know what I mean?
I know. I know. I'm not going to say it, but I know.
We've had some good ones.
Are you saying the bad guest was doing the carpool?
No.
Oh, that would narrow it down.
Narrow it
So
down.
it takes out 12.
It was actually probably in here.
Oh, okay.
That's all you're going to get out
All
of
right,
this.
no,
Yeah,
that's
that's
fine. That's
fair.
What about yous?
Yeah.
Oh, this person wasn't a fan when we chatted to Little Mix.
Really?
Really?
Oh, you're going to call it out? Jesse Nelson, if you're watching. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to do this to you.
Jesse Nelson's like, right, let's listen to my favourite podcast.
No! Within the first 5 minutes.
No, it's just like sometimes. Okay, so when you're interviewing someone, you kind of. Well, we don't want to do the standard. How's the new single going? Yada yada yada. Where did the inspiration come? Because we find that boring. I particularly don't like doing interviews with celebrities. I find it funnier doing interviews with someone who's got 6 toes. Do you know, I find that much funnier. Jeffo?
I have 10.
You want to come on the show today? But so we try to come up with these little games and all that. And at the time, I remember being so annoyed that they wouldn't play ball. And they were like, oh no, and they just gave really crap answers and they wouldn't expand on it. But then as I kind of got older, I'm kind of like, do you know what? We were probably annoying. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Little Mix, what about Little Pick 'em Mix? What's your favourite sweets? And it's kind of like, they're like, and we're probably their 20th interview of the day.
Yeah.
And they're like, these lads are annoying. Who are they on their little radio show? Does it really matter? So I probably, at the time, I was annoyed. Now looking back, still pretty annoyed.
Was there anyone in particular, or just them as a collective?
Them as a trio.
We've actually been lucky. Like, we haven't done a lot of celebrity interviews. And to be honest, with the pandemic now, it's completely changed where you just do it over Zoom, which is kind of easier in a way, isn't it?
Because there was a stage there before the pandemic where, well, it was twice that all happened. We got flew to London twice to interview Niall Horan and Stormzy.
Oh.
Yeah, Stormzy was a cool one, but it was a very long day. Like, we arrived and then you're just hanging around. Like, you think it's going to be very glamorous. It's not. You're just hanging around in a room, bit like this, beside toilets that absolutely stink. Apologies again.
No reason why.
And then you're the last people to interview Stormzy and you're told you only have 6 minutes. Yeah, Stormzy was mad.
But that was a great interview, though.
It was a great interview.
I think because he was so, like, we were so different to everybody else.
Yeah.
And he was kind of loving it because you were bringing up, like, characters from EastEnders to him and all this kind of crap and talking about the size of his bed.
Yeah.
You're talking about the size of his bed or something like that.
Oh, he's a tall man.
But they were so happy. He was so happy to be finished that they were like eating sushi in the studio because we did the interview where he recorded the album, and he was so happy to be ended. And then we were asking really weird questions, and he just clicked.
Just going,
and he loved it.
Yeah.
And yes, that was probably the coolest one.
Yeah.
And then soon enough, the pandemic happened, and then all the artists realised, we don't have to fly these people over. We don't have to fly over to Dublin anymore. We'll just log on, sit in my room, and that's it. Which is, as you said, handier for us.
Yeah.
If you don't like travelling.
You know, you feel like, it would have been amazing to meet them. I didn't really meet them then.
Because like the day is you fly out early. You're in an airport all day. I'm very. First world problems here. But like, if you're put up in a hotel all weekend and was like being brought out of the class, but you're flying over, flying back, you're in a taxi, you're sitting around, you're hanging around all day, you're wrecked. I am sounding like a prick, to be honest. I realise now as I say it. But I'm like, I don't particularly enjoy that. I prefer being in studio and making good radio, you know, kind of having the crack and all that.
Yeah.
But like Crossy, who does the show on FM104 with the Strawberry Alarm Clock, he absolutely loves it. He's over in London all the time on the red carpets, and he loves it. And he's amazing at it. Like one of the best interviewers in Ireland, definitely what he does. But for me, I'm like, much first being in the studio, and if they're up on the screen, they're happy days. So, much better. Yeah.
I think that's a good mad one though, because if I was a celebrity, let's say we get to where we want to be and we were doing interviews with people, and then yous are just so like, as you said that, like, what's your favourite pick mix?
Yeah.
That would break your day up, and that was like, right, this isn't like the rest of them.
Yeah.
Because I'd say the other 20 interviews are copy and paste, like as you said, what inspired you to do this, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Whereas if I was like in that situation, that's the type of interview I would want.
We find actually it's the bigger stars, like the best interviews we've done, Ed Sheeran, Niall Horan and Stormzy. And they're like top.
Yeah.
Shit,
And they just go with everything.
Yeah.
And they love it. And they're like, yeah. So that we find the bigger they are, the more they're for the crack.
And the harder they fall.
But kind of like these kind of mid-level kind of singers.
Speak about Ross Kemp. That was a horrible interview. Oh, this was a bad interview, Ross Kemp.
Well, we were kind of also hoodwinking them into an interview because we did this thing where we wanted to find the world's sexiest bald man.
Right.
And we did this poll on the show, and it was down between it was world's sexiest bald man was announced as Prince William.
Yeah.
And we were like, A, he's not even fully bald, and B, he's not that sexy. So we said, no, we got to do our own one. So it was like Ross Kemp, was it Stanley Tucci? I load of
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, loads of bald.
Surely The Rock is up there.
Yeah, The Rock was one. Anyway,
Don't think The Rock made the list. We were quite strict on this, Jeffo.
Would you put him up there?
Yeah, not bad.
Jason Statham.
yeah, he was probably up there.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be Ross Kemp, and at the time, Ross Kemp was also promoting this TV show where it was Britain's Tiger King. It was after Tiger King exploded on Netflix, and he went around looking for other Tiger Kings.
Now, we hadn't seen the show, but he thought we had. Like, sometimes you do these interviews, you're like, the show isn't out, and we don't get sent a link to watch it. So we're just being very vague. And didn't I just crack out a first question and it just went terribly?
Yeah, so we had him on with the pretense of telling everyone you're the sexiest bald man voted by our listeners, but we had to pretend that we like watched his TV show and interview him on the TV show, and
he's very intimidating.
So like as intimidating as you might expect.
Do you reckon that's an act? Because he's obviously an actor. No, he's definitely like that.
Even off like the interview, he was intimidating, and Nathan started, and you said, what was it like being in a cage with a humongous tiger? And Rossi goes, it was a lion.
I was like,
it was a lion.
I was like, and he was like, can we start this again? Sorry, ask that question and let's start that again. I was like,
okay, yeah, no problem at all, no problem at all.
And then I nearly said tiger again. I was like, damn it, I see it as a tiger. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That is shit.
Yeah.
What do you do there? And how long was that interview?
10 minutes.
We actually had a lot of fun with it.
We
played out me messing up on the show, so you do have to just
roll with that.
Yeah, celebrate the mistakes.
You ever have that where you're like, oh, this fella, like straight away you're like, oh my god. Did you have a little look that you would give each other if something was going?
I think we both knew at the beginning, but then as it went on, it got better, and he kind of warmed up to us. And at the end, I think he kind of complimented us at the end.
Maybe.
I actually
more so you.
I think he might have, but at the beginning we were like, oh crap. You just don't know how they're going to go.
Yeah.
And you know yourselves, someone sits here, they could be the biggest arsehole in the world, like that person, the unnamed person that you won't name. That's okay. Just go through the episode list as one of the 20. And it's not Al Foran, so it's one of 19.
Another one we get is, the way we have a chat before this, you don't know from then. Yeah. You don't know how this is going to go. Within the first 2 minutes, you're like, right, this is going to be...
We've also collected a few guests, so it's awkward to get here, as you guys probably know.
Yeah.
We've offered to give some guests a lift, so we've had a couple of guests where we've given a lift, and we've said to each other, when we come into the studio, if you feel like it's not going to go well, we'd have a little code word. Now, we've not used it for anyone here, thankfully, but it was like, what was the one we had? It was like, if you come in and you say, what's up, bro? That means it's going to go well and they're going to get us. And if you just come in and you say,
separately?
Yeah.
So Jeffo, you might collect the person and then, you'll be here.
So we went there for like 40 minutes in the car, and so I'd have to let him know straight away, either turn it on or just go fucking straight into view mode.
That must be awkward in the car, is it? Are you just driving or are they sat in the back?
No, they're in the
tied up in the boot.
No, they're sitting beside me. It is hard, like, not to try and talk about any of the stuff you want to bring up on the podcast, so you're just kind of like trying to, how was your day? Do you need to take a shit when you come in here?
So what was your opinion when the first thing Nathan said to you was, boys, you got a toilet, I'm dying for a shit?
That's the best thing ever. Then, this is right. Like this, yeah, exactly. This is comfortable. This is like one of our own. Like, this is what we do.
Yeah, like, I shit all the time. He shits.
We all have one thing in common in this room. We all shit.
Yeah.
But not me. Nah, sorry, I just thought that'd be funny.
I actually found that quite offensive.
Can we start again?
Carl, can you insert laughter after that? Cheers, Carl.
This time say it was a lion.
So what is the setup here? Because you were saying there's a dog outside who is 19 years of age.
Yeah.
Like, who owns these dogs?
So the girl that owns this whole place, this media company, her name's Danielle. She basically, this is her whole building, but she lives on the land. So the dogs like just run around freely.
Does Danielle listen to the podcast?
I doubt it, does she?
No.
No.
Well, if she does, I just want to let you know that at night time when the lads come in, they use the female toilet. they said that. Sorry, Danielle.
Quit.
Sorry.
It has a nicer mirror, but sometimes it doesn't flush. Sometimes it doesn't flush.
Oh, I like the danger. Sometimes it doesn't flush. You never know.
I don't take a dump in it.
Carl, can we put a flush sound effect just right there? That'd be
We're
nice.
making you work hard tonight, Carl.
We do a sketch of me going into the girls' bathroom.
And just not flushing.
I don't know, you just come up with the rest. Because that's all I'm doing, that bit.
You're the ideas man we've got executed.
I can start it, you guys finish it.
Yeah.
Well, lads, gotta start from the start. Don't mind us asking you. How long are you doing this?
Over 10 years now.
Yeah, 10 years 10 years in last October.
Oh, congratulations.
Nice. Thanks, brother. Thanks very
Cheers.
Congratulations.
much. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Thanks,
to
Jeff.
you.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Good, guys.
Thanks very much, Connor. Appreciate
How
that.
long
man.
has this been going on for?
See, he can't let it go. He wants to interview you.
Yeah. Come on.
Specifically interview Nathan.
Is this like just because you don't like the spotlight or you just love interviewing?
It's just conversation.
I think I'm
isn't it?
naturally curious.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
I actually love asking questions.
How long is what going on? I was dressing like
Yeah,
this.
well, that was going to be my second
Wearing
question.
full jackets indoors.
Are you guys not sweating?
Roasting.
It kind of sounded like the dog outside.
For anyone listening, both the lads are wearing t-shirts, hoodies, and gilets.
Hey, I'm not wearing a t-shirt. I'm not fucking weirdo. What else am I supposed to wipe my ass with?
Well, basically, I've been wearing a body warmer since I'm like 13.
Right.
Not the same one, right? But it's the whole thing, right? I've always worn one.
I would call it a gilet.
That's
pretty posh.
controversial.
Well,
We've had this debate with Conor Ryan as well. He calls it a gilet.
Does he?
And we think people that are posh call it gilet. Where are you from?
Mayo.
Oh, didn't expect
Doesn't-
that.
not
So
expecting that.
disappointed.
You know, Sam, and I was not disappointed. I always think, and I always say this, I always think Mayo is just like rocks.
Right, yeah, and you'd be damn right.
But I find it mad that people are from there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like Garen Newn, I know he's from there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I'm Graham.
it.
I'm Graham.
And
You can
Graham.
add two people.
Sorry, you went. I got so confused there. I thought, no, never mind.
You thought he was
We're
Graham and I was
You said
Nathan.
and Graham, and I was like, what?
He said to me when we were at the door.
I was
quick
speaking to
one.
the third person. I do
He said,
that.
Right,
quick
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
Graham is the tall one. No, name's the tall one.
Where are you from?
I'm from Glenageary.
Where is that?
Do you know what,
You do
Jeff?
not know that.
No, Glenn is in the name.
Is Glenn your actual name? Mm-hmm. What does Jeffo stand for?
Glenn Jeffers.
Okay. Glenageary near Dunleary. Do we know
Oh.
that? I now live in Bray. That gives me a bit of street cred.
See, yeah.
You
a bit more
boys
rougher.
from Bray?
No, Jesus, no.
Ah, you're from Bray.
Oh yeah, we're from Bray.
Yeah, I think I saw you around.
We're
You're trying to rob my car.
You're hanging underneath the bridge.
You what?
Huh?
No, we're from Drumlin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the gilet body warmer discussion. Mm-hmm. How much body warmth does one of them give you? Because I used to have one in college. I didn't give much body warmer.
No,
so I
not
think
a
it's
lot.
false
Depends.
advertising.
It depends.
Some of them do. Like, that's a bit of a thick one.
Yeah, but it's actually nice. It's grand now at the minute. Usually I get really warm in here, but I'm alright.
Sometimes it gets really
How
warm.
many gilets would you have?
Oh God.
Right at the minute.
I have about 5.
On me?
Him.
This is your thing. Like
Yeah,
you.
No, not me, not just me. I'm just wearing it today. I feel like I'm not allowed to wear one.
Yeah.
Because this is his thing.
Okay.
Now, he's just claimed that that's his thing, and it's as if no one else can wear gilets
No,
anymore.
no, I didn't claim it. People always associate me with wearing them.
Well, that's because you fucking wear them all the time.
And I copyrighted it.
Well,
I'd probably, at the minute, I'd probably have about 7, maybe.
What's your favourite one?
You definitely have more.
Probably more than, yeah.
No,
One for every day of the week.
Yeah, basically.
Every
Like Bart
different-
Simpson, same one.
Like, you
That's
could
exactly
see
it.
Monday to Sunday.
a different colour one. We were watching, you know, Kill Tony?
Yeah.
We were watching that the other day. And
What do you think of it?
Unreal. I
Had
think
you seen it before it hit Netflix?
Yeah. Watching that like about a year probably.
Okay.
But he was wearing like a yellow one. It wasn't nice at all. He was like, "That's a cracker."
No, I do like the different colour ones. I think it's nice to have a bit of colour, lads. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like he's very not. He doesn't go out there with his colours. You know what I mean?
All right.
I like a bit. Like I used to have an orange one, and I actually got rid of it before we started the podcast, and then we end up doing me orange here to go with the colours. I wish I had it, but I love that body warmer because no one really wears a nice orange body warmer.
I like it.
You're joking.
I'm passionate about this.
Very passionate.
I would like some soft piano music in the background when he's speaking about the gilet.
It's like it's like his wanky. You keep we're best mates like 12 years, 13 years.
Yeah, so where did you meet each other? In Drimna?
In Drimna Castle, the school we went to. We met each other on first year,
Okay.
and then I took him under my wing, made him cool.
Did you do transition year?
No, he did.
I
and
did.
I didn't.
Jeff
I wasn't accepted into doing transition.
What?
Because I was a bit of a badass.
Oh, you.
I got into an argument with a guy in the language lab, right? So we used to have this like a
We didn't even have a language lab.
Yeah,
Where's
we
this
did.
going?
Yeah, we did.
What was the language lab?
The fucking computer room for languages, like, remember? Downstairs in the first year corridor.
It's not just a room.
It was just computer.
No, it was
room.
called language lab though.
I never called that.
But it was, right? And they had like it was a computer room, but it was just for like languages, like so like Spanish and all. You know, like different languages.
Yeah.
And
I'm familiar.
I done French, right? Spanish always had it because remember, Mr. Darcy used to always have that room.
Yeah.
Can
And,
we
like,
beep that out, please?
the French class only got it once, and we only started getting it in like third year, so we had it and it was deadly. But the teacher sat at the front, and we sat. Like all the chairs were like this, and we'd like play fucking football games and stuff like that. But then there was chairs along the side that the teacher could directly see what was there. And I came in one day, and there was some lad sat in my seat, which was one of the good seats where the teacher couldn't see. And I was like, "What the fuck? Get out of my seat!" And then he kicked off, and he moved my bag. So then I kicked his bag.
Oh, jeez.
And then the teacher kicked me out of the classroom, and I got a report after that.
And did you want to do TY?
Yeah.
I think as well,
And
if
then,
you were to ask somebody in school who was going to do TY, they would have said you.
Yeah, I would have. No, because then
It's
we had
never
to do.
too late, Jeffo. You could go back.
Thank you, TY.
Oh my god.
All right. Anyway, you have to do an interview to get into TY.
He was so proud of that one. And then just a little explanation, TY, like you didn't get it.
It's always good. You have to explain the joke.
Yeah. You had to do an interview to get in, and he said you got a report for this, and he thought that was bad behaviour, and he thought I wouldn't mingle with the class.
So were you in the same year?
Yeah.
until
And then you went to the...
Separated. And he changed when he went to TY then.
Oh, how did
go
he
on.
change?
Oh, he just changed
For the
so
better.
much.
Orange gilets.
Orange everywhere.
Yeah.
Orange
He
everywhere.
just changed. Like, he just started getting lippy and cheeky, and he just... Stuff like that.
I don't know. First time hearing it. Oh,
It's
yeah.
all coming out now.
Yeah. You fucking waited 15 years or something to say.
Oh, that was a running joke. Remember back in the day, you used to
Was
say
it?
you changed when you done TY. You used to go mad.
Oh,
TY is great.
Oh, what?
I love TY.
I wish I
Did you
done
do as well?
Yeah.
And did you?
Yeah.
It was great, wasn't it?
So
Unbelievable. You
good.
do absolutely nothing for a year.
Nothing for you.
Isn't it class?
It's unreal. But the only thing is, did it make you a little bit more stupid?
I probably peaked in junior cert in terms of my intelligence.
I say it all the time, so did
Yeah.
I. So
Yeah.
did I. I was so much smarter in third year. We didn't do Irish for a year. Right? Literally not one Irish class. And then going back to the Irish after year, lads, it's starting from the ground
Yeah,
up.
that
Like,
does make a
Where
big
did you go on any trips?
loads of trips. Like,
Where?
Where did we go? Blackpool. Went over to Blackpool.
Yeah.
We did
Did you go to the Pleasure Beach?
No.
Sex club?
Is it?
Nah, it's theme park. I realise I'm
Is that
talking
theme-
about
sex theme
transition years, so.
It's sex team.
You've just been cancelled.
Put that out there, Carl. Cheers.
Can you raise the volume up on that mic for that part, please? Thank you.
Alton Towers we went to.
Elton Towers.
Elton John's house.
Just Elton John. What does he say? Give me something.
Piano
to say.
Man.
Groover baby. No. Does he say that? No.
I don't know. Oh no, that you think of
Austin
Austin
Powers?
Powers? Groovy
Oh, Austin
baby.
Powers is right. It's not Austin Towers.
We need to get Elton John there for Groovy Baby. That is too good. Yeah, we went there, which was fucking deadly. We went to a place up north that was like this retreat centre. You play games and all, and there's a hall, you do loads of sports stuff, outdoor stuff and all. I can't remember the name.
Leisureplex?
No, not allowed to play cassette. It was fucking in Kerry or something.
Where was you went down the country?
Can't think of the name.
What's the name of that place where you go, like...
Esker.
No.
No.
No, I went to some kind of bloody nun's place.
A nun's
yes.
place?
Like a cathedral, not a cathedral, like a big... Oh, what would you call a big building where loads of nuns used to live?
Convent.
Convent, kind of,
yeah.
yeah. And then we all went there and kind of did some meditation and all
With
this
the
kind of
nuns?
shit. And then there was like a golf course next door. And then we all kind of went a bit crazy at night time, and we all jumped over the wall and took our pants down and started running around the golf course. No word of a lie. No word of a lie. It was so weird.
You and the nuns did this.
Finally, we've met our people.
Oh, it was so strange. But so, because we had a teacher then as well, and it was actually very clever. Because a lot of my friends are teachers now, and I'm like, how do you control the students when you're going away, like go on trips away? What he did, he outstayed up everybody, and he played cards with all the, like, they were kind of playing poker, but they weren't gambling, but they were playing with each other, and he outstayed everyone. He was kind of one of the cool teachers.
Yeah.
And then and everyone was like watching the game, and he was so involved that nobody, well, bar the people who jumped over the wall and took their pants down as they were running around the golf course.
People are still taking their pants down. We're playing cards, guys. Put your trousers back on.
And what did you do in TY?
I broke my arm twice.
In
So
TY?
TY. I don't know why. It just kept happening. I fell off a bike, and then I'm pretty sure I played football and it snapped. And like TY was when you did a bit of when you did job placements.
Yeah.
So I kept losing out on my job placement because somebody was like, I don't want this gaunt man with a bloody arm in a sling.
Yeah.
So I kept missing out on that experience. But I remember I did a play at the end of the year. Did you do drama as well?
Well, I actually broke my leg and my nose in TY as well.
What, lads?
Something's in the water.
In the same football match, I broke my nose and then I broke my leg. So I was in the play, but then
They had to rewrite your character.
But I didn't have any lines until I broke my leg and my nose, and they had me as a beat up mobster. I think it was Guys and Dolls, something like that. So I got like the old school kind of wooden crutches to go on stage, and they were like talking about some guy who was going to beat you up, and I was like limped on. I was like, talk to me. And they limped off, and that was it.
Stole the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was the best thing that ever happened to you?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
That's...
Did you do any experience with radio when you were there? Because usually people like experiment a lot in TY, and that's
They're
kind of
doing it
where
now at the minute, aren't you?
This is our work experience. Thanks,
They're
guys.
not doing the radio.
Thanks for having us, boys.
No, they're experimenting now.
No. Are you doing some with TYs now for the FM104? They're doing some
They
TY.
were, yeah, they did it last week, yeah.
Oh, was it
It's
last
great
week? Yeah.
research.
Yeah, lads, I listen to you every day in work.
Jeez, appreciate it.
not
What
bad.
hours do you listen? Because it's
We
a
have
long
on
show.
literally 9 to 5, like 9 to half 5.
Yeah.
When you do the oh my
Ping
god,
pong
the
ding
ping pong
dong.
ding
I
dong.
was going to say, don't feed them.
The ping pong
don't
ding dong.
feed
That's
them.
when we're like work's about to be
You
over.
spoke to us on the phone before, didn't you?
I did, lads. Only about 2 months ago. Yeah.
What
And
happened?
The guy I work with got you like 2 weeks later. He was against us.
Oh, you on Ping Pong Ding Dong?
Yeah, I was on ping pong ding dong. Yeah.
How'd you get on?
He's bet me. He's bet me,
Who'd you
lads.
play?
I can't remember. Do you know what? I think I was meant to get Nathan and I asked for Graham.
Okay.
I think whatever way it worked. So
Right, well, here we go.
Let's do it right now.
I don't know what this is. Like.
Oh, and Jeffo has to play.
So
Okay,
ping pong
I was
ding
going to
dong.
go Connor against Nathan because he
do
wanted
that
to play.
And then Jeffo.
This isn't a copyright thing. We're not going to get.
Yeah.
No, we're here, so we're
You're
allowed.
gonna be
You might
tasered
remember,
in the
right?
neck.
I did the one where what would a woman keep in her handbag?
Oh, that was a great one.
It was a great one. And I think I got a little bit screwed over.
I
We
think
have
you
to
bet
keep
me.
saying things. And then
No,
okay.
I said something and I literally was like, oh my god, my girlfriend had all these things, and I said something and you were like, no, that's too similar. And I was like, oh shit, I can't remember what it was,
Lipstick, lip balm or something. Lipstick,
but something
lip
like
gloss.
that, like, I don't know, but anyway, I didn't beat you, you bet me in the end.
All right, let's do it.
Connor
Against me, and then do Jeffo against you.
Okay, beautiful.
Nathan is actually a little bit scary now. Isn't he?
You know what? This is so
He's
when
in
you
game mode.
when you text back as
You
well,
gotta
I always
scare
thought I had this thing that you were a bit scarier.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I had like, or you were pretty scary, like.
No, this man.
Me.
I don't know why. I was just a bit intimidated, like.
Oh jeez, wow.
And I thought you were like, what's the story? Like, you were a bit more
On air?
Yeah.
And when we were on air,
Just listening to you, I was like, oh, he can rinse you. Like, I was like, he will be quick to rinse. Like,
Oh,
I never really get that. Brendan.
Yeah, appreciate that, boys. Jeez. Carl, can you just send me that little bit of audio?
All right. It is Connor against Nathan. I'm going to give you boys a topic. You've got to give me answers in relation to that topic. You will go back and forth until someone cannot answer, repeats an answer, or gets one wrong. Here we go. Your topic is, and Connor, you will go first. Things you wear.
I'm so nervous. Body warmer.
Socks.
Boxers.
Mankini.
Socks.
You said
Christ almighty.
Oh no!
stupid.
Now that's not.
No, that is Brendan.
That doesn't showcase the game well.
Told you him would have got that. It was T.Y. that fucked him up.
He fucked me up when he said Mankini.
Sucks.
That was a curveball. Is the answer sucks?
You literally got 2 in.
And you're really contesting losing when you went on air.
All right, Jeffo. Right, this is ping pong. Let's go, big boy. I'm gonna give you boys a topic. You have to give me answers in relation to the topic. You go back and forth like a good old-fashioned game of ping pong. No repetition. You have to be quick. And Jeff, I don't need to ask you, but do you mind playing with the smile on your face?
No.
Don't smile, Jeffo. All right.
Okay.
Your topic this evening.
That was my phone. Apologies.
Premier League football clubs this season.
Man United.
Liverpool,
Man City.
Arsenal,
Tottenham.
Nottingham Forest,
Chelsea.
Bournemouth,
Crystal Palace.
Brighton,
West Ham.
Fulham.
Yes. That's a good guess.
5, 4,
Gets you when he starts doing that.
Can't think
3.
of anything.
2, 1.
Nah, boys.
You're out, Jeff. Boys, relax.
You were thinking, talking in my ear, you fucking stupid sock merchant.
Lads, look, you're playing against professionals here, okay?
That's so much pressure.
Can we do one you against you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's so much pressure.
When he starts counting, oh my god.
So much pressure.
Oh my god, man, it gets me. I actually, when I did that, right?
Yeah.
You asked me something. Remember, I would text you and I was like, whatever it was, I said, oh my god, like, I mentioned you having us on, and I was like to him, try get that on the radio, try clip that up for the podcast. Right.
All right.
I know. Oh wait,
Give a topic.
we do football right or no?
No.
Jeff was taking this very seriously. He's
Yeah,
been
I'm trying to
hurt.
think of something really, really unique.
Yeah, but really unique. But like, I don't want to go an hour with
Go and pick one then. Use your bleeding brains.
brains.
Different types of brains.
What about skill related?
Yes, skill subjects.
Go.
Okay. Which ones? Leaving cert, junior cert.
Everything. Everything. Even
general.
American
We're very
if you like.
inclusive in here.
Even American if you want.
No,
In general. Okay.
You can't
I'll
do
go
American.
first. History.
Geography,
Biology.
English,
Physics.
maths,
Latin.
Irish,
French.
Spanish,
Italian.
German,
Chinese.
construction studies,
Metalwork.
design, communication, graphics,
Home ec.
biology.
Said biology.
Hey, congratulations.
That's beautiful.
Now you have to play yourself because you won both. Best places is the shit.
Right here. Right here, baby. Yeah.
That is deadly. It's so much
My heart
pressure.
is still going after
No,
that.
it's so much pressure.
That's a
like.
lot of pressure.
Jeffo, have you ever been on the radio?
No.
So Connor has.
No. I remember years ago I always wanted to ring up. What was...
The Adrian Kennedy phone show?
Yes, I was going to say. I don't know whether I'm allowed to say this.
Oh,
but
yeah.
We used to have a mate. Remember Andy remember he rang up and had a mad story?
No.
He used to always ring up. We used to have this lad. So we used to hang around in this
Oh, yeah.
field. We played football when we were like 11 or 12 and we had this lad who was like 16 and every now and then when he was walking home after enjoying his leisures he would stop in and fill us in with loads of stories and yeah he told us mad stories.
Give us some
I
stories.
can't really remember.
He swallowed a goldfish once.
He did.
On purpose or?
Yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't be actually.
No, it was on accident. No, put that there. He just swallowed it. It was like one of these things like I'm going to swallow a goldfish today. It wants to come.
Fine.
And then we weren't there now, but lots of people went up and he got the goldfish. And the whole thing was, how long can he keep it in his belly without getting it back up? Like
And where is this man now?
prison, I
Really
think.
don't know.
It's a good guy.
I really don't know. He was some character though.
No, he was
He'd be a
just-
good podcast guest.
Yeah, he would. Did you just have lads growing up that were just like unique individuals?
Ooh. Yeah. And he literally did end up in prison.
Did he?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Come on, open up, Greg.
His trousers down and convent and ran around.
He will tell us who his worst guess was, but he won't say what this man did to go to jail.
No, I actually can't. Nathan, you know about it.
Do I?
Yeah, I've told you before.
Oh yeah.
The infamous.
Oh yeah, it's pretty dark.
Oh, is it bad? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in school, his character, then adult, prison.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah.
Like, did you think he was going to go to prison?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
That guy over there, go to prison.
Did you have much characters around?
Really, I was a real loser growing up, believe it or not, boys. Like, I was very late when I first kissed somebody. Just to give a kind of thank you.
Interesting.
Did you not know this?
I didn't. I wasn't. I'd be surprised by this now.
18.
Oh, really? Yeah.
18. I was a late bloomer, boys. What about yourselves? Were
Can you
you?
describe it?
I was a bit late
I'll
as
tell
well.
you my first kiss.
15.
15?
Towards the end of 15.
Yeah.
That was pretty oh god, lads, I feel like I'm on confession tapes out here.
Was that a kind of a standard age for? No, was that old?
Yeah, it was old, wasn't it? This
15.
fella was out feeking everyone and all.
No,
Oh, yeah.
No, well, probably I was like 13 maybe, but then like, what can I say, lads?
Tell them all
When
stories.
you have it, you have it.
No, when you have it. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I reckon 13 would have been average for where we were from.
Yeah.
14 maybe, like 15,
Was it a
16.
classic spin the bottle game?
Not the first, but after that there was a few spin the bottles. Yeah, there was a few spin the bottles.
Like, the annoying thing is, I look back, and not to say, but I had chances, boys.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
chances. I did partake in spin the bottle, and people would be like, Nathan, it's your turn, kiss somebody, and I'll go, not for me. I bow out, and I'll just get up and leave. So I look back now, like, what are you doing? Why?
This is a strange question. I've never partaken in the spin the bottle. Do you have to kiss the other person in front of everybody?
Yeah.
I don't know, I've never
we
played it.
didn't. We in the field there was a trees. We used to go to
We
the
just
trees.
hang around with a group of lads with
Yeah, it's like,
it's no good.
yeah, you're like, we're allowed to kiss the guy that swallowed a goldfish. Here we go. Oh, fishy breath.
Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Lovely audience here.
Very
I have to
generous.
say, Carl hasn't laughed once since we've done this.
we had this but we were so stupid, like, right, so this was when we were like 14, 15. So when we were 13 it was like coming in the first year, like, you just kind of got your first kiss out of the way, and then like you kind of ran with it then. And then when you were like 14, 15, when we were in a group of our friends, like, you obviously, you know, when you're that age, like, you're so fucking young and just shy, you'd obviously fancy a girl, like, so we do spin the bottle, right, and say we're playing it here and I want to kiss you, right, and it would land on you, you'd be like, what?
Yes, please. Here we go, boys.
Yeah, we play it now.
Play it and just see.
Can we put this episode on Patreon?
Let's go just
bloody
see what
paid
happens.
today.
Just see what happens.
Connor, let's go to that toilet. And not the ladies.
But it's a good mirror. we did the thing, right? And then that would happen. And say you didn't want me, you actually wanted him. You'd be like, "Would I just go one more time?" Like, so fucking obvious, like, so
Here, let's
stupid.
go one more time.
That was literally what we did, like.
Oh, jeez.
And when you were doing it, when you were like, you obviously wanted to do it when you sat down around the bar.
I didn't want to do it.
So
I don't
why
know
were you
why.
there?
Just
nervous.
to hang out with people, I was nervous.
Yeah.
Like, as I said, very late bloomer. Do you know, when people were like, not to get too great, but when people were like, you know, I was cranking it out when I was like, I'd be like, boys, please, why are you doing that? That's what's bearing the big blue house. Whoa, Connor.
The ball faces Connor
I
again.
don't know if this lab is haunted, but Christ
Hey guys,
almighty.
are you using and abusing me right now?
No, I wasn't religious. Oh, I'm sorry, but I am now. I am now.
How was the podcast? I think I got 2 of them pregnant.
And then I shit in the place.
Oh, jeez. Boys.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
And what?
Scary.
Scary.
It's scary.
Yeah. Is this place haunted?
It probably is, Carl, is it? A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Carl's actually a ghost.
Which one of you drove here?
Both
We
of us.
both.
Oh.
Oh,
I get in behind a truck.
we in the blue car?
I rang. No, I
No,
rang you.
it's-
Did you get
that was
a
you.
miss? One you get missed call from a private number for like 2 seconds.
No.
I didn't ring properly then. No, I got in by a truck, so it was actually all grand, yeah.
Wait,
You just hanging on by a truck.
I was
Leave me here, boys.
Please take me to the right place.
Oh, God.
are you was on air after this today?
Yeah.
He is, yeah. I didn't
3
know.
o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I didn't know Good Friday. What's the crack?
Yeah.
Yeah, our place, everyone is like being forced to take a day off.
Forced?
Do you get this day? You're both not working today.
Oh yeah, I'm on work at 2:00.
All right, you're off.
I'm not, yeah.
Is it a holiday or did you have to take the holiday day?
I'm only new in this place, but I think it's a holiday.
Oh yeah, in our place.
What do you do?
I work in a warehouse.
What warehouse? Can you
Place
say?
in Inch Court. It's electrical. Fucking wholesalers, like.
Okay.
I used to work for Tree, not a phone company.
Yeah.
I worked for them for like nearly 7 years, and last year I got made redundant. And
shite.
I started a new job and I hated it. And then I took a few months off, and I said, we started this, and I started comedy in the April. Got made redundant like the May, I think it was. So I said for them few months in the summer, I was like, I'm just going balls to the wall with comedy and podcasting.
So do you
chase
do
that dream.
stand-up?
Oh, we do stand-up, both of us do, yeah.
Yeah, where do you do it?
All over town and
Everywhere.
anywhere that fucking happens. When you're at the
So
start,
do you
it's
do
like,
it together?
Nah, separately.
No,
Yeah?
separate, yeah.
So do you have like a 10-minute set, 15-minute set, 5-minute set,
About
or do you?
12. About 12, but it's just like...
And is it the same one, or do you have to change it, or how does it work?
I would probably have about 15 minutes of stuff I'm working on, but only 12 would work.
Yeah.
He'd have a bit more than mine. That he chops and changes a lot more than me.
What do you do? Tell long stories, or is it kind of joke?
stories probably more than like little quick one-liners.
Yeah.
But it's hard then because you could have a 12-minute set of stories and then someplace books you in for 5 minutes. So you need to get the best bits of each story into a 5-minute set. So
Yeah.
then it just turns into.
What comedians do you like?
I love Shane Gillis.
Yeah,
You know
he's
him,
good. Did you
class.
see him in
No,
the Free
I was
Arena?
fuming.
No.
I was fuming. I just forgot to get tickets and then never made
sold
it.
out
made
right
effort,
away
like.
as well.
He's
Yeah,
become
it's-
so big,
Oh,
hasn't he?
the last
So
2
good.
years, he's just fucking flew. Like,
Yeah.
and he actually controversially helped him with the whole SNL thing.
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it? Like,
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
And
yeah.
then-
Definitely in America because they're bringing comedy back in America with Elon Musk and all that shit. Like.
yeah.
So all that
Great
controversial
comedian.
stuff.
Great, almost great
Oh,
comedian.
great.
One of the best.
Yeah.
Did you like comedy?
Yeah, I love
You're
listening
big
to
into it.
American podcasts like Theo Vaughn.
Ah,
and,
man.
don't know if you listen to Mark Norman's We Might Be Drunk
No,
podcast. You should give that a listen.
Good,
It's
yeah.
him and Sam Morrell.
Yeah.
They're two comedians, and they're always working on material together. So it's brilliant. I don't know if you guys have ever gone to New York,
Yeah.
but the Comedy Cellar is brilliant.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like it's a venue where you don't know who's gonna come up on stage. It could just be Dave Chappelle. It could be Eddie Murphy, Jerry Seinfeld. You went and I gave you awful advice. I do feel bad about
It
that.
didn't shit, was it?
No, so
Little Mix came on stage.
Any questions? You like picking
I'm not him. No, so I think there's like 4 or 5 different seatings during the night. So it starts at maybe 7 o'clock and it goes on to like late in the night. And I go, Nathan, what time should I go at? And Nathan was like, go the latest. Go the latest. That's where all the best comedians, the latest. So we booked the latest, and we did, like, they didn't get on stage like 1:45 in the morning.
Oh,
no, it was
God.
1:45 and didn't finish till 3.
Jesus.
And when you're like,
And you had like dinner at 7, so that period
We
from
were just
having your
waiting.
meal.
Were you obviously
around-
drinking?
Yeah, we were drinking, but then also
Yeah,
when you're
small.
in, so there's like a bar connected to the Comedy Cellar, and you're in there. I don't know if you noticed this as well. They said on the wall like maximum 2-drink policy because they don't want drunk people going in and heckling and ruining the sets.
Yeah.
So I'm there like taking my time, waiting 4 hours to get into this place because it's like it's a good bit away from everything, so there's not really much you can do.
Yeah.
Bar drink, and when you're not going there till 1:45, you're like this. I was like, fucking hell, Nathan. I go with Dave Chappelle or bloody Jerry Seinfeld
Has
will be
to come
coming
in.
on here.
Yeah, yeah.
Four unknowns. One really shit one as well. And one really bad one that just kept on like going, wow, for a late crowd, you guys aren't laughing that much. It's like, yeah, because you're shit.
I remember hearing a story. One of my Becca, my fiance, her friends went over and was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm in the Comedy Cellar. This is amazing!" And it was like, the big comedian is here, and it was Des Bishop.
Oh,
For fuck's sake. Oh,
I
no.
see Des fucking every day of the week.
Oh
Oh,
my
my
God.
god, I'm in New York.
When you were there on that night, was there anyone big beforehand? Like, did you miss anyone on those earlier slots? that you know?
because all the comedians come into that bar beforehand.
Right.
So I got to see about 3 different groups of comedians come and go before we even got in.
Oh.
But yeah, they're
So
all
you
like,
were like, yeah, it's definitely the late one now.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
like, don't know him, don't know. They're writing their set, they're chatting. All the comedians sit together and they like drink and they eat and they go downstairs. It is class.
Yeah.
Like, it is, and I'm sure if I was American, I would probably know more of those
Yeah,
type of
definitely,
comedians. And it was really good, but when you're like in New York and it's the end of the holiday and you're wrecked, just want to go to bed.
Yeah, especially staying up that late to try and laugh. I feel like Austin is the spot now for that.
Yeah,
like with Joe Rogan's comedy club, like they seem to get all the big hitters.
What's it
The
called?
Mothership.
Yeah.
And they seem to get all the big hitters. Like.
Yeah, like their early show would probably be like the best fucking main event show ever. The one I went to in New York, I think it was the Comedy Store. I'm caught on the spot now, but I think it's the Comedy Store. Is that in New York? Is there a Comedy Store in New
I
York?
think there's definitely a comedy store in LA.
Yeah.
There might be one
And
in
London
New York.
as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, were you in London?
Yeah. There's a lot of English people around.
They all keep calling me mate.
New York is so different this time of year.
Fuck. But wherever it was, anyway, Chris Stefano only brought out his first special on Netflix, and everything was circled around him. Like all the beer mats was his, posters everywhere, but it was unreal. And it was Liverpool against Madrid in the Champions League final when we lost 21, was it? You're a Liverpool man, 21.
Was that Gareth
Paris.
Bale?
No,
that was one of the
Paris.
most recent one, yeah, Paris, yeah.
It was Paris. So I watched that. My brother-in-law at the time in his house, and then went to the Comedy Store. We didn't win, like, but it was like, this is the best night ever. Like football, Champions League final, and then Comedy Store.
Unreal.
It was
That must have been weird. Actually, it would have been during the day.
I think it was 3 o'clock kickoff there. I think it was.
Yeah.
Something like that. But that was delayed as well. Then I remember with the Troubles.
I was in Paris.
Oh, you were right.
I wasn't at it, but I was at the fan zone.
Oh, really?
And I think I was just talking to you yesterday because you were talking about the United Europa League quarter final.
Jeffo, I'm about to say last night potentially better than the treble season. Genuinely, the emotions last night. Jeffo, where did you watch it?
Do you want to know what is tragic, right? This is tragic. I watched the match at home, yeah. And I was cooking my dinner for it, and I sat down, had me dinner, and my girlfriend came home, and then we conceded to make it 2-1.
Yeah.
And then we conceded again. And then she found out that our brother's dog was being put down today.
Oh, no.
That's crap.
So we said we'll go see the dog. So I left at full time, and I was in the car, and when I got to the garage, when I came out of the garage after putting petrol in the car, we had conceded 2 goals in extra time.
Yeah.
So I was fuming.
Yeah.
And then the highs of driving there, and we came back, and I was buzzing again, but then I was fuming that I fucking missed it. So my head was just all over the shop.
I can just imagine everyone is just so upset with the dog about to pass, and you're just like, bloody Harry Maguire!
I love that dog, but
But I love United more.
I love United. And I don't know whether I'm happy or sad that I missed that.
How did you deal with? Because obviously he's a daughter. She was in bed. So
she was in bed, so I couldn't scream. It was kind of weird, so I just decided to film myself on Instagram.
There's a lot of like,
it was insane. Like, oh my god!
Did you think when it went?
When it was 4-2, I actually started to get up and clean around the house because I was like, it's over, this is it. Like, what's the point? I won't be watching United for the rest of the season now. And then just seeing Bruno get the penalty, I still was like, this is going to hurt more. This is going to hurt more.
We just came so close.
We just came so close. And then bloody Mainu made it 4-4. And then just Harry Maguire. I bloody love that man. I like the statue.
I love Maguire.
To be fair, I like Maguire.
I like Maguire. I like him.
He's a good, honest guy.
He is.
He's a bit
There's
shit,
a bit of
but he's
Maguire in
great.
you, Jeffo.
Don't.
Has anyone else seen Maguire and Jeffo?
Yeah, I definitely see.
Yeah, I see it.
Bit of slab head. Sorry, Jeffo, don't beat me up outside. You're a good man. I'm envious of your hairline.
He's going to take you down to that language lab and keep the sharing.
At least tell me I look better than him, please.
Yes, of course.
Because I got compared to a social media influencer the other week, and my head has never been bigger.
Go on.
In a good way.
On
In
Mondays.
a good way.
All right, let us try and guess.
Wait, hold on.
Let them guess. Let them guess.
Would we know? We're a bit out of touch.
Ping pong guess.
No, but like the Irish, can we?
Yeah, Irish. Our age.
Your age, we're out of touch, boys.
You shouldn't have said that.
We're in our mid-30s.
Bro.
Yeah, but you just let them say it, and then we'll get them. We'll tell them.
Garen.
No.
What are you laughing at, Connor?
Don't get me in this.
Went down the wrong way. The monster.
Who do you look like? I'm really just seeing Harry Maguire right now.
Charlie and Murphy.
I actually see a bit of Charlene.
Is that true?
Genuinely, I do say it's the nose or something. I do
Or actually, well, that's the thing. I got told I looked like her before she got her nose shot.
Was that what she said?
So I was like, I don't know if it's a compliment or not.
This was a guest in the car on Monday. We had a few cans. Meg Riley, she's on Instagram, TikTok and all.
Not in the car.
No, she said it in the car.
Yeah, she said it to me in the car.
Yeah. And when she said it in here, man, I couldn't stop laughing.
I see a bit of it. Like if you were to say Charlene's
No,
my
you're not
sister,
convinced,
I'm just Harry.
do you not say
It's
it?
Maguire all day long.
So
for
on
me.
Monday he got told the whole Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
On Thursday he couldn't watch a United match, and on Friday he got told to look at Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
That's a good week.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's up
I
and
think
down.
Harry Maguire needs to shave his head and he'd be a lot more intimidating.
No, he's got lovely hair like
You
you.
think so? I don't think he
you
has
have lovely
lovely
hair, Jeff.
Thanks.
You
I'm actually getting a buzz cut next week.
Oh,
No, you're not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
I am
you?
because I have a joke around me here and I'm performing in the Crackdown on Monday and I want to do well. So
Okay.
after that, I'm getting rid of
Have you been heckled before?
it. No, I don't think so. Maybe once in Funny Bones, I think some fellas shouted out like, "Be funny." No, I don't know what he said. It was something, and I was doing shit anyway, so it kind of
do
trimmed me
you
off.
do any crowd work?
Not really.
No,
if
I'd
it's
say
there,
that's
like,
horrible.
Lads, I did one thing, right?
Go on.
Absolutely got butchered for it. Like I was down in Mullingar, and I was there. Some guy had a wrestling top on, right? Just know anything about wrestling?
A bit,
You know,
yeah.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's straight edge and all. So I basically made a joke with this fella. It was not a joke, to be fair, like.
I can't remember. I don't. Oh
Lads-
yeah, sorry, I was there. Yeah.
Lads, I put it on TikTok and oh my god. I mean, I don't think we've ever experienced comments like this, have we? Like, I was
He's getting
fucking.
What were people saying?
Just death, like, oh my god, try to be funny, like, not messing, hundreds of comments.
Go for engagement though.
There you go.
Good
And
for
Enya Martin
engagement.
actually came across her TikTok and she commented on it then.
Leave him alone. He
Oh, yeah.
wasn't even wearing a body
Leave
warmer
him
that day as
alone,
well.
but be funny. Oh, God sake.
Yeah, it's hard. That
It's hard to do crowd.
Do you not shit yourselves going up on stage?
Every time. I do.
Honestly, I
Every time.
it's my worst nightmare. The
Is
one thing
it?
I've said, I will do anything for the radio show. Yeah, I'll jump out of a plane. I'll do anything. But the one thing I will never do is I'll never do stand up. It actually stresses me out even thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
So a lot of respect for you.
It
getting up there.
is very, very fucking nervous. Like,
Yeah.
like it's every time. You're not as bad now. Sometimes you're all right.
I
Still,
think since we started the podcast, there's a lot less pressure because we were always going to gigs going like
This
not
is
that
everything
this is going to
basically.
get you're going to get spotted or scouted or anything, but it was a bit like, oh, this is make or break. Like if I don't do well, the club owner's not going to have me back and all this and all that. So you're like straight up before you even go on stage, you're nervous over stuff like that, which is just silly. Like
Yeah.
whereas now we can just enjoy it more because we can be like, oh, if they
And are
don't
you
like
like
this-
working out material on stage? To see how it works?
the first time you do it, yeah, you might write a joke. Like I had a joke there I did like last month. I wrote out like 3 months ago, never did it. And then that night on an open mic, but it's a good room. It's not mic, but it's a good room. Like they get a lot of people in. And I was like, I'll try this tonight. Like, but like sometimes he writes stuff in the car on the way there, just coming to him like. He's done that quite a bit and like gets up and just does it for the first time. Like,
I think I prefer that though, because I always was. He was like more for doing stand up, and I don't know, like when you say tell a story and it's deadly, I'd be like, I'm not telling that again because I won't be able to tell it the exact same way.
yeah.
And I feel like that with stand up sometimes it is a bit different when you kind of your punchlines because I can just go in. And I might tell it a little bit different every time, but it'll always have the same ending. or the
Well, it's
same-
that skill of a comedian that they can tell a story for the 100th time like it's the first
Yeah.
time. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the top ones.
yeah, that's how it's hard to get there, isn't it?
And it's hard to be
You have
like
to have-
unless you have new jokes or new stories. A lot of the time you mightn't be excited to tell it. You're like, oh, like everyone, like all those comedians, I know them. They've heard this story 100
Yeah, but
times.
the audience haven't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
that's-
It's
yeah.
hard to think that sometimes. Though,
It
but-
is.
Well, it's kind of like a singer going up on stage. Like they've sang the same song
Yeah,
a million
true.
times, but like someone in the crowd is watching it for the first time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
So-
That's fair.
There is different ways to look at it. That's a very positive way to look at it.
I've got a question. Why is the time on your watch wrong, Connor?
I can see you looking at my watch as well.
I was looking at both your watches.
Is it
My
wrong?
watch isn't even
I was
on.
like you. I was admiring both your watches. I was like, you have very nice watches, but Connor's time is wrong.
Oh, watch. The battery's actually gone on it. The battery's gone on it.
Because I was listening to both of you were playing with your watches there. I was like, oh, very nice watches, boys. I was like, wait, is it 20 to 3? I was like, oh shit.
20 to 3 in New York. Why is this guy?
Going straight to get battery out of this fuck. But,
We already talked about you. We've
yeah,
like 10
lads,
minutes
you're
left.
good
like,
at that, you know.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
Straight on us. So what
What
you got
made
in
you
the mix?
start?
So lads, I actually actually found this out yesterday. You went to college and all together, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. My next door neighbour was only saying to me he had a friend that was in college with you.
Oh.
I don't know their name. He does video or something now. But he was saying...
Eamon Murphy?
Eamon Murphy.
Would you, if we said names, would you be able to recognise it?
No, but for the podcast, go on.
So
everybody
he did film.
He does film now.
Kieran Dooley?
Could be.
He's Portmarnock.
Yeah.
Malahide.
Right, I don't know.
What area? Is it Drimnagh? From Drimnagh?
No, my neighbour is, but his friend's not. But anyway, he said to me, because he was asking who he's got on the podcast, whatever, and he was saying his friend told him in the course he knew you two were the ones that were going to...
What's your friend's name? I'll go on Instagram and we'll try and work it back that way.
Brian.
That's it. No second name.
Is it Bedlam or something?
Where is your bloody
It's a great name.
His company is called Bedlam Offence, so I think his name could be like Brian.
I'll go into Connor. I'll go into yours.
I think Brian Soden. Big Balls Brian.
Big Balls, but no, it's not Brian. Brian isn't the name. Biggest balls in media.
Yeah, we had a guy in our year, just huge balls.
Really?
Just
like
insane.
literally?
It's like a water buffalo.
Honestly,
he would have to sit down like every half an hour.
Really?
So is it Brian Gaskin, McCarthy, Duke O'Toole or Shanky?
Show me. Can I see?
They're your friends.
No, second one, McCarthy.
Okay, let's see. Mutual friends.
Just call out everyone in this.
26 mutual friends.
Ooh.
Okay, this is...
Go through every single one of them.
Oh,
right now.
He follows both Kieran and Jar.
Oh,
So
Jarlath.
it could be Kieran or Jar.
One of them guys.
Okay.
What did you do in college?
Lads,
Liam.
isn't fucking social media is mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like how you can just find that out straight away.
Yeah.
Isn't that
It's
mental?
crazy, like.
Yeah, imagine we didn't have social media. We'd be here like talking for ages about trying to figure out who that is.
That would have been good podcast.
He looks like Harry Maguire and Charlie Murphy. Does he have a watch that doesn't work? Does he wear Gilets?
But yeah, he said that his friend said from the start of college he knew you two were the...
Very nice.
So yeah, we seem like we're being very coy, like we won't talk about our past. Yeah, we did meet in college about 2010, 14 years ago, DIT, film and broadcasting. So that's why he would have done the film, and it broke off into film, documentary and radio. And then in third year we concentrated on radio. And then from there we started doing DIT FM together. And then we moved to Spin. And we did 3 different shows on Spin. Nighttime, Sunday nights. Then it was evening time, Monday to Friday. So that was like 7 o'clock to 9. And then we moved to breakfast on Fully Charged. That was for 5 years we did that. And then 2.5 years ago we moved to FM104.
Class.
So
that's unreal.
That's the quick history.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, Graham loved listening to radio growing up. He moved to that college specifically because he wanted to get into radio.
Well, we only had rocks and radio in Mayo. That's all we had.
Darren knew
It was me and
he's
Darren
on your
tuning in.
baby. You're just waiting for him to grow up and blow up on TikTok.
So I never wanted to do radio. I just chose a really broad degree, but then I hung out with Graham, and Graham said, "Oh, do you want to do a podcast?" And we did a podcast, but I never thought you could actually make a career out of doing this. And
That's
it's just
class.
been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So what did you want to do going into college? What was
I
your
didn't
hopes?
know what I wanted to do.
Right.
So I just chose something that was really broad, because the degree was great that you could do film, TV, documentary, radio. So I tried everything, and I did like everything. I wouldn't be tech savvy at all, but it was just, I knew growing up, like, I'm a bit funny and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I can crack the odd joke, and it just worked with Graham and I. But we were friends, and it's very much like you boys. You got on, you had fun with the other person, and we never thought, God, you
do
could make a
something to-
career. And then we met somebody, Ryan Phillips, who was looking after a digital radio station, and he was presenting on Spin's breakfast show at the time, Ryan and Tracy. And I remember, like, he brought us into a room and he said, "Boys, there's something there. There definitely is something there. I think, you could actually make a career doing this." So we just trucked along. But it's one of those things where you meet people that think, God, what you boys do, so easy.
Yeah.
And like, it does seem really easy, but actually when you have to go in day in and have content,
Yeah.
that
You need to
can
be
actually be
switched on.
challenging. You have to be switched on.
Yeah. Who's more grumpy out of the two of you? You probably know this already.
I would have been so afraid of you, like, I don't know what.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked because the joke on the show is that I'm the angry one.
Really, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
the
probably
joke.
the deep voice. I think the deep voice, I was just like,
It's
oh,
just you
shit.
have like a very
Deep. Are you sure you've got us right?
Do you know?
I'm going with a deeper voice. He's the
I
one.
sound like Michael Jackson.
But I don't know. Jackson. Do you not know? Do you know where I'm coming from? There's some.
I think it's just you have like a high, like at the end, not like, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. You're like quite monotone sometimes. I think
Yeah.
that can be.
Okay.
Not to me. I'm not afraid of you, but I think it could be intimidating.
I'll kick the shit out of you.
Watch, spin that ball. I hope it lands me because I'll fight you.
This is so aggressively, man. You won't even know what happened.
And do you think, because I don't know anything about radio, obviously, I just listen to it, but the whole business side of it, is that very short for how high is like how much he's have grown? Is that common in the radio? Like,
What's in? Sorry.
like see the way like you said in 2010 you went to college, and now you have like such a big show, great time slot.
I suppose I personally feel like we're old stock now in radio.
Really?
I do. Like we're in our mid-30s now. Like I'm 34 next week.
But I feel like this guy's having a crisis.
Oh crap!
No, but I feel like we haven't risen really quickly.
Yeah.
Like we have taken our time. We've gotten loads of air miles. Like we did a lot of stuff for free for a long time, and it does help. And I'm sure if we were to listen back to our first radio show, we were absolutely dog shit. And some people listening right now are like, boys, you're so pretty bad. You smell of dog shit as well. But it's just, you need to be doing it all the time. Like I'm sure right now, this podcast, episode 32, is it?
Yeah.
Like if you were to listen back to episodes, you'd be like, oh God, like I cut in a bit too much or I asked stupid questions. And now it's like, still some pretty shit questions. You're not speaking over me, so I appreciate that. So you just need to be doing it for a long time. But I actually think it wasn't an overnight success. I don't feel that.
So like it was like 1 year on like dead a night, then it was 2 years on evenings, then it was 5 years on breakfast. So that was pretty big to get 5 years on breakfast. But it was just kind of right place, right time. But also we were churning out like videos and content, and we were trying to do the best show we could, because we always said it as well. When we were in college, we knew there was way more talented people than us. Like we even say today, like if that person decided to put their mind to it, they would have surpassed us.
Really?
But we said that we will just try and outwork everybody. So when we were on like the digital radio station before we got on to Spin, we was like, everybody was the same. Everybody was hungry. It was like they want to get the jump to Spin, and we was like, how can we just work harder? So we did extra shows. We were the ones to make videos. We like paid people to be our videographers when nobody else was bothering doing that, just to stand out. And I still think today we're like still hustling. We were like, we will try and do more videos than everybody else still.
You have to do that 100%.
Yeah. And like just try not to rest on your laurels, I think. But yeah, I think it's been said right. It's like 10 years is a long time.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
So
It's
But we're good. Like we're very lucky that we get to do the show that we want to do, and you do have to live and die by the sword. I don't know if you guys know, but with radio, every 3 months you get these listenership figures in, and it's horrible. You're like a sitting duck. You're sat at your desk, and you're like, oh God, we're gonna find out if we've lost listeners or gained listeners, and we have hemorrhaged listeners in the past, and it's tough to take because you're just sat there being like, well, what can I do? Like,
especially when
honestly,
it's 3 months, it could have been something you've done ages ago and you've changed. In the
well,
meantime,
you don't know, because you're essentially just the product you're selling is yourself. So if you don't like us, you don't like us. You can't really put on a deep Southern accent to sound like Matthew McConaughey. Maybe that might bring in more listeners. I don't know. So it's one of those things where I think we're very much like, who knows, we might get fired. Eventually.
We will get fired.
We will get fired.
No, it is.
Okay,
It's like
that's
it's
depressing.
No, it is. It's a kind of a. It's
Sorry,
a,
he's having a middle
I was
voice.
going to give a bit of an inspiring TED talk.
It's kind of like a football manager. You're going to get fired. That's it. We will get fired someday.
And what happens then? Like, do you go to another radio station
know.
and say this is what we've done?
That's the worry. That is the worry. No,
They're going to end up in here, aren't they?
boys, get out. How is that dog still alive? Pushing 28.
I don't know, as I said, about radio, but I feel like when you hear about comedy, radio, TV, it is one of those, like, you hear people saying, like, I was grinding for 15 years before I got what I wanted.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know anything about radio, as I keep saying, but...
He doesn't know anything about radio.
To me, like, you hear people saying, I was grinding for years before I got a good slot.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
no, that's fair. Yeah, And I think at the time we thought we were grinding for ages because we did like a year we worked for free on the digital. So the digital radio station was part of Spin, and that was kind of to harvest kind of new talent coming through. So I think for us, like you were working. No, that was our last year in college, and we were just like writing our thesis, going to college, also working part-time jobs, but also doing 3 shows a week in the middle of the day. So for us, I know looking back now, it seems like, oh, that was actually grand. But at the time, you're like grinding, like, oh God, wow, we were so impatient. And then we got the Sunday night. But the Sunday night, we were also working other full-time jobs. And you were working in Avoca as well. And we were going, God.
Sorry, I think he's having a stroke.
So I think at the time, we thought that we were grinding as well. But it's such a small industry.
It's a tough one. Like, you do have to make a few sacrifices, because we would have met people over the years that would say, geez, I really want to get into radio, but I'm going to go traveling for a year and a half. And we would have been very much like, you need to stay here. You actually, that's one of the disappointing things when I look back at my 20s. I would have loved to have gone traveling for a year. But when we got our Sunday evening show, you got to stay. Because once you leave, it's very difficult to come back. So those are the sacrifices you would make. But my God, do we love our job? Like, it's one of those things where I'm sure you're the same. You have friends that really do hate their jobs.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a luxury to go in there every day and be like, this is great fun. This is great fun. And it's a very small industry, and you feel very lucky, and we don't take it for granted. And we just try and have fun, work hard. But ultimately, like as Graham said, we probably most likely will get fired in the future. But I'd prefer to be fired and do a show that we always wanted to do. Then imagine if you had to actually do something.
Because then it's a proper job, feels like.
So
I know we have been lucky. At the beginning, it was kind of like, no, don't do the show that way. And we're like, oh, but this is the show we want to do. But I think as we went on, we've been longer in the industry, and people trust us a little bit more that we can't do like stupid shit now. And we can kind of go, no, just trust us. I know it sounds stupid, but this will be entertaining, and we feel like we can bring the listener on a journey rather than just telling people an entertainment story that nobody gives a shit about. Like we want to kind of do storylines. We want to do stupid shit. Like we kind of took over, New Lambs in Ballyfermot.
I was going to say this a minute ago. Carl was only talking about lambs and new lambs before you came in.
Yeah, so we took it over for a day because we had this running joke on a show that a girl came on and said her Chinese was called McGaggin balls, but Nathan misheard her. It was the new Dragon Boat, but Nathan goes, McGaggin balls? So then this big storyline erupted that we wanted to take over a Chinese, call it McGaggin balls, have the McGaggin balls spice bag. Jonathan from New Lambs came in, said you can take over.
I actually got it the next night because
what did you make of it?
Not your spice bag. I got like a normal spice bag. But
That's a Will Smith slap in the face there.
What was there?
It was 2 chicken balls and
it was nothing really.
I think it was just a spring roll.
A spring roll or something.
Just a spring roll. Yeah. Well, we spent many weeks working.
So that's kind of the stupid shit that we like doing. But where in the past people are like, I don't get it. Well, now the bosses are like, okay, well, we trust you that
Whatever
you can do it. Yeah. And then we accused people, and the marketing team got in it, and they got these massive signs with like McGaggin balls written in this kind of Oriental font. I don't know if I can say Oriental anymore, can I?
You've just been cancelled.
I think I said that before. You go, you can't say that. I go, what? But yeah, it was class. So that was just an example of the type of radio we like to do. As Nathan said, we'd like to go out. If we have to go out and we have to get like fired someday, at least we kind of look back and go, well, geez, we tried.
We did it the way you wanted to do it. Like,
exactly.
That's fucking class. That's what you
that
want.
is what they
What he
are.
said to him explaining your show, I said, it's literally just 2 mates. I think what your show is like a podcast with a song every few seconds.
Yeah.
Do you know, every few minutes, sorry.
Yeah.
You're having a laugh, proper banter, and like, and next is fucking Chaperone.
Why are you interrupting Chaperone?
Sometimes you'd be having a laugh, I'd be like, fucking don't play the music. Like, that's,
He has said that before.
that's the best compliment I can give someone on radio, because there is a lot, not to get in a mad radio, be fair,
No,
but you
I
do
like it.
have some radio people, it's just like, it's very fucking boring, like, you know what I mean? Like, you do need to like stop talking, put a song on.
Yeah.
Whereas you are the opposite. What is it, me?
Doesn't know anything about the radio, by the way.
Fucking man about the radio.
Everything about the radio. Everything he said is complete fact.
But it's true, like, and I think what you are doing is fucking, especially nowadays. I think everything now is just like, I don't know if it's TikTok era, but everything has to be fun, and like, I think the old age of stuff in film, podcast, comedy, everything is kind of going out the window.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think all this new stuff, what you are doing, is just fucking, that's the way forward, like.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Connor.
It's very
Oh,
kind.
but I'm the nice one, by the way.
Sweetheart. Say, and Jeffo, your compliment?
Also the same, exactly what he said. Whatever that was. Well, the radios are shit, you guys. I never want you to put the music on. You just pick the music.
No.
Oh, I didn't know that before Casey. Casey told us that.
Yeah,
She
but I
doesn't-
thought it might be different though, because like she runs a different show, so
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it would have been different.
No, there's a music director in every single radio station, and they choose the music, and then they put a bit of a kind of an algorithm that kind of spits out all the songs.
Oh,
different.
So you could be having a great laugh, and then it goes into like a really sad Adele
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Wow.
That is mad, actually. I never really thought about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is mad.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Do you, like, now if he says these are 100 songs you're playing today, do you pick the order even? Or literally nothing?
Nothing.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you see there, it's like, it's so formulaic, and they do loads of market research, and they do focus groups. So they sit in the room and they play people over 100, 200 songs, and they try to get the vibe of what songs they like and what songs they don't like. So
They do that?
yeah. And then every different radio station has a different license from the government. What's commission them on, it's called now. So the types of music you got to play and all that, so it's all heavily regulated, so we can't just go off and play 80s and 70s music because that's not our license, and we get in trouble. Yeah, so it's
mad.
it's highly regulated.
I don't know if you'd be allowed to say this, so we'll cut this if you want, but if it was up to you, what music would you play?
I'm actually kind of liking the 104 music. Kind of got the kind of newer pop stuff. I'm not just saying that. I'm not. No, because look, to be honest, when we were on Spin, there was a lot of TikTok songs and all that. We were in our 30s, and we were kind of like, we're not like connecting with this music at all. But that is, they're aimed at a younger audience, which is what they're supposed to do. So we kind of felt like we outgrew it, and we were like, God, the music is too fucking loud. We sound like old men. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, now we are playing the Chapel Romans and all that, but songs that are huge and popular. But there's also kind of thrown in old school throwbacks from the noughties as well, which kind of we get it. So it's a good one.
What I like is just the music to sound fresh, but it's difficult because every day we're in front of this music, so you could be hearing the same songs all the time. I just would like a fresh variety every few weeks, but genuinely I do think the music has gotten a lot better on FM 104.
I was just watching this there as you were talking. You were like waiting to go and speak. Obviously, we always talk over each other.
We always talk over each other. It's horrible, and like, I suppose like.
I was like, what's that like little squeaky version of my voice in the background? It sounds like it's overheating. What is that? So you struggle with that at the start as well?
Probably
But we're facing each other when we do the show, so
There's a lot of eye movements and like breaths and all that kind of stuff that we don't even know we're doing. Where if I'm finishing my sentence and Nate's gonna look at me, I'll kind of open my eyes to let him know that
You're ready to go.
Yeah. And then like I kind of watch your breath as well and all that. But like it's weird. We picked it up.
Yeah.
We didn't it's just, but we do it every day. I see Nathan more than I see my family.
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
What if you have like something funny? Because we always do this. I think we're getting better at it.
We are definitely getting better. At the start, we would have talked
It's
over each
still
other.
hard when there's like a joke to be said. It's like, fuck, I need to get that in there now, otherwise it's gone forever.
Even with guests, we get that. Sometimes if a guest is talking, I'm like, we're biting at the bit. Like, we have a bit we want to throw in there. Like, can't interrupt them.
Yeah.
It's a hard one.
Or even if you have a guest that's like, because you have probably had this as well, where a guest is constantly filling the space. So you'll ask a question and they don't want it to be dead silent, so they'll keep going. And you don't know whether to cut in and ask your next question or like let them keep going.
I'm
and then they
actually
keep,
pretty bad at that.
yeah.
I find that's my worst trait is when we're doing an interview with somebody and I'll go in too quick because I don't want there to be silence. I want it to be kind of high energy, and then I'm kind of cutting across. And especially in these days with Zoom, that there's a slight delay, so I'll kind of try and fill the gap.
Yeah.
I actually feel that's my worst.
Oh,
I would be very like you. I always say it, don't I? I hate silence, like, especially if it's someone you're still thinking, do they get us or do they like us? If they even take a breath or whatever, I'm like, so, and I'm just straight away in, like, sometimes it wrecks me head, like, it really does annoy me sometimes. I'm like, just be comfortable in that, like, kind of the same in comedy. I always say, I hate the, what?
My turn to talk.
I don't know what he was doing over there.
You actually just got a clap. That's the first time
That was your first good joke, Jevo. Well done. How long we in? Oh, I thought we had a timer there.
We did have a timer, and then he goes, "This is good. Keep going."
About 50 minutes in, that's when we said we'd peak. So yeah.
But same with comedy. I fucking hate the silence. I can't not do it. So you're going like that. I said this to you a while ago.
It feels a lot longer. Like even a second just feels like.
Yeah, like sometimes he gets a joke, and he gets loads of jokes. He gets a laugh, and he cuts it off sometimes. I'm getting better at that. Whereas I'll sit in the laugh. Yeah. He will go to his next joke. Sometimes where I'm contradicting myself here, but just with the laugh I can hold on to. But when I'm waiting, it's now a punch, like, and I'm waiting to get to that. I can probably wait between the punch, the set up and the punch, but sometimes I'm just like laugh. Yeah. But that's like, what did you just say? Do you know what I mean?
Because when people are in the middle of laughing, you just kind of start your next joke, and then people just shut up to listen to you. But then if you could have let them keep going.
And they might even miss the beginning of your new joke.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens. I think from my perspective,
this is what he does. Yeah, shit. Like,
I feel like sometimes if I go and the car was red and everyone laughs, then I'm like, if I let everyone laugh, I'm kind of like sitting back on, oh yeah, that was a great joke. Now here's another one. Whereas I don't want to be like that. I want it to keep going and like. Yeah. Like while you're laughing at that one, I'm gonna make you laugh even more with this next one. But obviously, it doesn't really work like that.
Do you ever laugh like with the audience with your jokes? Like
I think some days I do. It depends. I just like genuinely, if I'm like enjoying it and I'm like, this is deadly, I laugh.
Yeah, I do that sometimes as well, which kind of annoys me. It's kind of like, because I'm comparing podcasting to that because you're talking. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I'd say, if it gets a good laugh, I'd go, that was a good one, wasn't it? And sometimes I'm cringing at myself for saying that, but that gets a laugh sometimes as well. But I do think it was a good one, and I say, that was a good one, wasn't it? And like, people,
I like that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good one, wasn't it?
I think that's very likeable.
Yeah,
I was in the audience.
Not everybody can do it, but I think you can.
Because you're a bit kind of cheeky.
Yeah.
And cute.
I am cheeky.
You're very cute.
I'm a bit cheeky. Cheeky, cute Connor.
I'm terrible for doing that with guests because I feel like they're rambling just to fill the space. So then, like, they might say their point, they'll answer the question, and then they go back and start answering it again. So they're like, yeah, so that's where I went to school. And then they're like, so yeah, that's where I went to school. And then they start going and do it again. So I'm like,
I'm going to listen back to all your podcasts now. And
yeah, give us
find out who's
please do on YouTube as well, because they can see the views there. I think a lot of it comes with the TikTok and social media people. I think it's very we kind of caught ourselves out with this a bit with some of them, because they're obviously used to just being in front of a camera, but not live. They can edit everything, and it's completely different when you get them in here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is a big thing. Like, whereas we're so used to now just speaking constantly, whereas it's completely different speaking in front of your phone and then coming in front of someone like this with a setup. It's just completely different. Like,
I don't think we've ever talked as much in the podcast, have we?
Yeah, no, we definitely haven't.
No, I like it. Like, I do have to say, like, I'm naturally curious. So I just ask questions. I want to know. Like, I don't know you guys, so I want to ask, like, your background and stuff. So that is why I do tend to ask questions.
I love that.
I don't like
yourself as one, is it?
Yeah. I couldn't care less about you boys.
I didn't even text us back.
We're still waiting to know how he's doing.
I'll tell you after this.
Did you think of Two Truths and a Lie?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Fuck, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Wait, did you explain it to them? Are they doing it between themselves?
We know.
Yeah, he's going to do separate or together.
I don't mind.
You do. Yeah, we'll do
Have you got three yourself and then yourself?
You've got good ones too.
You go first.
Okay, how do I do this? Do I
Okay.
give you all three, or is it you?
Give us
all three, and then we'll pick it apart.
We'll ask questions on them.
Okay, so I do all three in one go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start with the lie.
So I think it's like 3 headlines.
Headlines. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me think of the headlines. Okay. When I was 14, I was the top 18th dancer in the world in Irish dancing.
Okay.
When I was on my Leaving Cert holiday, I had to walk through Magaluf naked because after skinny dipping, my friends stole my clothes. And back in the day, in the noughties, my father was in the government and was a top minister.
Minister for what?
Agriculture.
Spell it.
HERICULTURE.
No, I think. Okay, what's the first one?
I can't remember. Irish dancing.
I was an
Okay,
Irish dancer
18.
back in the day. When I was 14, I was 18th in the world.
Who ranks that?
Yeah.
The Irish Dancing World Commission.
World Commission.
So did you come in a certain place in the competition and then that gave you a different ranking?
I came 18th in the world.
Where was it held?
Glasgow.
How many people were there? 18.
There was like 40 people were in the final, but you had to qualify from your different province in different countries.
Okay.
What province is Mayo?
Connacht. I was number 2 in
You
Connacht.
stupid.
Just trying to go, man. You're number 2 in Connacht.
Number 2 in Connacht. And the number 1 was the world champion.
Who was
When
that?
did you start doing?
Fergal Heaney.
Fuck him.
Bastard.
When did you When did you start?
7.
And when did you finish? You, still,
15.
you started
Why
a
did
year
that
later?
break? Did that
What?
what?
What? You stopped it a year later?
7
Yeah.
to 15.
My Irish dancing
Oh, sorry.
teacher made
14 was when he was ranked.
my Irish dance teacher made me choose between football and Irish dancing, and I was on the Mayo team at the same time. So I chose football.
This is Gaelic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also played football.
How good are you at that?
I was pretty good back in the day
Why did your Irish teacher make you pick? Like, what's the deal
because
with
they
her?
wanted me to push on to try and win the Worlds, and they said I couldn't play football and Gaelic as well.
Okay. What colour was the dress?
Red.
Dress.
Mayo. Red and green. You wear a dress down Irish dancing, do you?
Hardly.
Yeah, I wear a dress, yeah.
So does our producer Carl. The running joke just let you know the cat wears a dress.
Wait, what colour did you wear?
I wore I changed over time, but I always wore a black shirt, black trousers, and I think I wore a blue tie.
Right, I'm moving off this one. I think that.
Hold on. Can you do a Glasgow language, like, accent? Language. Can you do a Glasgow language?
Why?
Can you do a Glasgow accent?
No.
Give it a go.
Hello.
Well, you can.
Who's the person who came up with or who invented Irish dancing? What's his name?
St. Patrick.
Oh, I like it. What do you mean?
River dance fella.
Oh, Michael Flatley.
There you go.
Oh.
This could be right.
He didn't come up with Irish dancing.
Okay, we've enough questions on that one. We never really asked that many questions, but it felt like you were
Minister
like...
for Agriculture. Yeah, he's
Yes.
good.
He's good at this.
He's good.
Yeah.
Minister for Agriculture.
Yes.
How does that work out? Because there's rocks only in Mayo.
Well, he was Minister for Agriculture for the whole country, not just for Mayo.
For how long?
Oh, what was in the government? I think it was 5 years. That's how long a government lasts.
And what do you mean? Does that just go there and he just stops working? That's that?
No, because then you have to go for re-election.
Oh, okay.
After that, yeah.
What did he do after that when he
He
didn't
didn't get re-elected.
And just, what?
He works in our family hardware shop.
Did he ever own a farm?
No, we didn't own a farm. We own a hardware shop which sells animal feed.
Really?
Yeah.
Like pedigree and stuff?
Yeah, no, true. We do sell dog
Does
feed,
it?
I
cattle
don't
feed,
know
yo
about
lamb
this
nuts.
one because
There's
I'm
actually-
thinking this is a mad one to come to the table with. Like.
It is a mad one. There's actually a hardware. My dad lives down the country and there's
But he's also moving quite a lot on this one. Didn't really move that much on the other ones.
Oh.
And now his eyebrows are going. He's
That's
trying,
very
he's trying to
interesting.
point it
that
out.
is interesting. But now
He wasn't really moving.
Why do you think that's interesting?
That you're watching my body language.
Yeah, of course.
Can I tell you, just finish that story?
What?
The hardware in my dad's has a bar in it and it sells everything. Is that a country thing, like they just sell everything?
Well, yeah, you know, like Mary's
Good to
on
know.
off Grafton Street, they've got like a hardware kind of bit in the front. Well, they've
Right.
got us all manufactured, but
Oh.
downstairs bar as well, yeah.
The last
What
one
did he say?
was.
I didn't hear that.
Oh,
You're not asking a lot about my dad in government, which is the main
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
You're asking a lot about my dad's
Yeah.
hardware shop, which isn't the story
what
at
year
all.
was this?
The noughties, so 2002, 2007.
And who was the Taoiseach?
Bertie Ahern.
Birthday.
Oh, does he know Bertie well then?
He'd be Fianna Fáil. He'd be more friends at Enda Kenny.
And what
Do you
party
remember
was...
Enda Kenny?
Yeah.
Enda Kenny's from Mayo as well, Castlebar.
Okay.
So they would have been kind of running mates.
Did he have to run with a party?
I'm enjoying this.
Did he have to run? Do you know this one? What the truth is?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. We're not going to use him though. We can't use him.
Okay,
We
yeah, that's
can't
not
use his
fair.
body
That's not
language,
fair. What party was he under?
Fianna Fáil. So not looked upon well after the crash.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
how long was he in government before he got made minister?
He was a local councillor for, Jesus, I was young. 1997, 8, I think, 'cause I think Mayo were in the final and they lost to Kerry with the year he got elected. It's about 98.
And what
Do you know
would his
what?
day-to-day job be? What would you do as
Right
a minister?
now?
No, as a minister of agriculture.
Minister of Agriculture, well, he'd be up on the Dáil. He'd be dealing with the Farmers Association, whatever they're called. The It's the IFA, the Irish Farmers Association. So we'll be dealing with them.
Are they hard to deal with?
Yes, very hard.
Are they?
Would you have to go to farms and stuff and have a look
Yeah,
around?
absolutely, and deal with the veterinary services as well.
Oh, really? Is that
Yeah.
part of that?
Because of mad cow disease and all that.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah.
Do you remember
God.
bird flu and
Swine
remember?
flu?
Yeah,
Swine
swine
flu,
flu, all that
yeah.
kind of stuff. So that was huge back in the day as well.
Okay. So I think, right, do you want my opinion on this one?
Oh.
I think his dad might have been ran for the minister or whatever, but didn't get it. So this is his cover story.
Well,
He
you
knows a
don't
lot of
run
truth
for a
about
minister,
it.
do you? Like,
No, you run for election, and
Yeah,
then when you
and
get
then-
in, you get chosen. Then Bertie would have chosen him for Minister of Agriculture because he's from down the country.
So maybe he was like doing
was-
something
he
like that,
was,
but
yeah.
didn't go all the way. Do you know what I mean? That's why he knows a lot about this.
I don't think he knows a lot about it though. He's not really told us any. Like, he just told us they deal with the farmers' union, but obviously that's obvious.
That is obvious.
Of
Ask
course
more
they deal with
questions.
the farmers' union.
Graham, what was your father's name?
Michael.
Carl,
What?
Google it.
Boys, I don't think we're allowed to Google.
Right, we move to the next one. What's the next one?
The Magaluf one.
Magaluf
Oh,
one
yeah.
had to walk home naked one night after skinny dipping as my mates stole my clothes.
Oh,
I was in
believe that,
Magaluf
like-
before. Can you remember anything about it? Were
Yes.
you ever in Magaluf?
Yep.
That is a fucking good one.
What is your favourite thing about Magaluf?
I hated Magaluf.
Did you?
I fucking hated it. We went to Santa Ponsa for 2 nights and we should have stayed in Santa Ponsa.
Santa Ponsa is like the Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Magaluf.
What I can remember is a couple of English lads getting chairs smashed over their heads and we ran away because it was so terrifying. And we were only like 19 at the time.
Trying to think.
Fuck
now,
the
like,
fucking English.
You know,
BCM.
you know the McDonald's that's just beside the beach there in Magaluf.
This is like 15 years ago, so.
Fuck, I'll get him there. There's no McDonald's by the beach.
Listen up now.
So we go, yeah.
Did they rob your stuff and just go straight back to the room?
Yeah.
Wait, were you in the sea on your own?
Yeah.
Why were you on your own in the sea?
Well, we were all in the sea. They all got out. I was
just
kind of,
faster.
I was kind of fecking about, and then they
Soaking
told
it
the
in.
clothes.
This is like that time we ran outside the convent.
Good callback.
Go on.
Good callback. No, they just got out and ran away with the clothes, and I had to walk and cup my genitalia in my hand, and I was getting cheered as I was walking down the street.
Did you just go 2 hands in the front or 1 hand back, 1 hand front?
I went 1 hand front. I think I kept my left hand free. I just kind of let my arse run free.
Swinging. Are your arms swinging when you walk?
Yeah.
Are you?
An arm swinger? No.
You know, like we swing our arms.
I'm
when we
not an
walk.
arm swinger.
Don't ever say that about me. I'm trying to pick this apart. We never
I'm
spend so
trying
much
to-
long on this, but
How long did you have to walk?
What's your strike rate for getting them right?
you've
got 2 wrong.
You're 1 or 2 more than me. I think I've got 3 wrong. He's got like 2 wrong.
Out of 20?
No,
No,
we only
it-
started doing
4 episodes ago. No, we're about
6 or 7 episodes, I'd say.
I'd say about 8.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, is it mean to go?
Come on, boys, we got a radio show.
Yeah. Sorry, they have a job to do. Why are we
I'm
getting
gonna
8
go
truths and a lie?
Minister for Agriculture. That's what I'm gonna lock it in. I think
about
you're
you,
having us
Connor?
on with that.
Fuck. Yeah, go on, I'll go with that one as well.
Hold on, boys.
Yeah!
Body language.
Yes!
Body
Body
language
language.
is very
Yes,
I just
encouraging.
moved so much.
Yeah!
When
Did
we were
you
chatting.
notice you were
No,
moving?
but afterwards, I was like, oh shit, I have been.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what were you doing? What
I think
sort
I
of
was kind of
moving?
doing a little
No,
more.
you were like cracking your neck and everything, and you're like you're
Yeah.
doing way too
I
much.
loved the interrogation.
Yeah,
well,
you
Are
were-
you-
well
very-
done, gents.
Are
well
you
done.
more nervous now? I've seen
Yeah,
that.
I think I am nervous.
Or you think
All
like
right.
don't move.
It's all about what order do you put the
Yeah,
fake story
it
in.
is.
Do you go first? Do you sandwich it? Do you leave it at
See,
the end?
he usually says do the lie first, and then people go because they might have already had the lie
Yeah,
first, so then
yeah.
they try and.
Oh, that's good.
Show
That's
yous
clever,
off.
that's clever.
Okay, first one, boys. I fainted in sex ed after hearing something terrible. Second one, I dislocated my shoulder at a Gavin James concert by shaking somebody's hand. And the last one, I was at an after party in London and I got into a bit of a scuffle with Aston Marigold from JLS.
Oh.
There's meant to be one lie here, yeah.
Guys, these are good at them. These are good stories.
Yeah.
Right, we start backwards with this one.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
JLS big at the time?
Yes, they're on the X Factor. They hadn't.
Oh.
It was like the 4th week.
Okay.
Yeah,
what was the
right.
after party of?
It was my friend, this guy called Jarlath. I don't hang out with him anymore, but I went to his house. I was staying with him, and his girlfriend was friends with Aston Marigold's girlfriend.
Okay.
So Aston came back.
Okay.
Aston is the small one, isn't it?
The kill
One
one.
that does the flips now.
Yeah.
Did he do any
flip?
flips that day?
To my disappointment, no.
So what exactly happened?
So he took
my.
my beer. He took my beer. I saw across the room Aston. Like, I will say, he's obviously the front man for JLS. He's quite he's a bit of an alpha male.
Yeah,
he's quite dominant.
Yeah.
And he was quite arrogant back then as well. He was on the X Factor. Everyone was going up to him at the party. He kind of felt like he could take anyone's drink. I looked over and I just saw he had my beer. And I was like, what a bloody dickhead. So I went over to him. I was like, man, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, piss off. And we both kind of just, but he was a lot more ripped. So I just cowered and just walked away. But I like to think it was a bit of a scuffle.
What was the drink?
It was a Heineken.
Oh, you had to think.
But why would? When was this?
Well, it's when they're on the X Factor.
So
I think
how would you remember it was Heineken from back then? I think that, it was.
I drink Heineken.
I already think that's a lie, but we'll question their
But
ones.
I want to also know, you said it was an after party.
Yeah.
For what?
It was going to the X Factor.
Oh, he's fucked it up. He's fucked it up. I am already Ding dong, bitch.
Oh, this is their ping pong bingo. What it was. Jesus, you smoked me out. Oh, I was scurrying. I was fucking scurrying.
It was for me. It was like,
What did you think when you first heard the headline?
no, I was like,
Did you think that was
No, I
believable?
was like, yeah, you
when
can-
I went, he was on the X Factor week 4.
Yeah.
I went, fuck, that doesn't make sense. I don't think you're allowed to leave the X Factor.
yeah,
don't they
yeah.
stay
no,
there?
it was where he's like, my friend Charlotte,
yeah.
his girlfriend. I
That was
like, boy, you didn't
bad.
pick up on that.
Or
It was the
I actually wasn't
Heineken.
even listening to that part because I don't know what it was I was thinking.
So should I have said I can't remember the drink? Would that have been better?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, like I feel like with your one, when we asked the question on the agriculture one, you had an answer. There wasn't like, fucking hell, lads, I don't know. When we asked you like what does he do for like day to day, you're like, lads, I don't fucking know. I didn't do the job or something like that. So that way that'll be like the natural reaction.
Yeah.
Was it?
I think so, yeah.
Would it not been? I lived with my father. I kind of knew what he did. I saw he spent a lot of time in Dublin.
When you're from New York and your daddy is in the business of garbage disposal, you don't ask questions.
Oh, boys.
Lads, you have a job to go to.
Yeah, I'm getting sorry if I'm getting messages
No,
from one of
lovely.
our bosses saying there's problems with the microphones in the studio
no.
today.
Oh, lovely.
Thank you.
Well, let's go, boy.
Oh my god.
We've got a long 4-hour show for you to produce.
Ladies and
so
gentlemen,
much.
Graham and Nate, this was
Thank
brilliant.
you.
We love that, lads.
This was
Thanks very
absolutely
much.
class. Thanks so much for
Thank
coming
you
on,
for having
lads.
us, boys. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Have as much fun in your real
You're great boys.
Thank you,
Never
lads.
change.
That was fucking deadly, lads.